Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But
If Kermit.
You're saying
like
not to
frog?
do...
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of the Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy...
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the, probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I am Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. Attention, ladies. Are you sick of your boyfriend asking for orgies and threesomes? Are you bored of your husband checking out your neighbor across the street? Do you not trust your guy at the doctor's office with the physician's assistant, with the dental hygienist, his secretary, his real estate agent, the girl from the processing department of his financial firm? Well, cure all your problems in one fell swoop with a gay husband. Your gay husband will go shopping with you. You'll check out guys together. He follows male porn stars on Twitter. When he checks out other women, he's only commenting on the color scheme of their outfits. That is it. You can relax. Life is a beautiful dream when you can just relax at the hotel pool without your husband staring so hard at bikinis that his eyeballs roll out of his head. Oh no, that's not a problem for you anymore. He's checking out the guys. Do it together. Look at Colin Farrell online. This is a group activity now. Megan Fox, not a threat. Kim Kardashian, he follows her on Instagram for her makeup tutorials. You can have a barbecue with Angelina Jolie and take a nap inside because nothing's happening. And that is guaranteed. I believe in this theory so much, I wrote a poem about it. And here it is. My ex-boyfriend, he cheated on me. Left and right, on land and sea. When we went out, I couldn't trust him at all, at the beach or at the mall. He was texting other girls on his phone. On my birthday, I was left alone. He hit on every gal in sight, whether the morning, the noon, or night. I'm sick of these kind of guys, but alas, to my surprise, I'm going to teach you something very wise. Life is a beautiful, smooth ride with a gay husband by your side. My gay husband doesn't grab me at all. My gay husband is quite tall. My gay husband kisses me on the cheek, and I'm not afraid I'll get pregnant every week. Morning after pills, I can throw them away. I don't need them any day. Don't need an STD test. My vagina is taking a rest. My vagina's thanking me. Elisa, you're the best. You only pee. My vagina hated the last guy. Sir, you poked me in the eye. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Sleeping with a gay man is underrated. You will never feel degraded. There's literally nothing you have to do. Fart and snore. Get a good night's rest because a gay husband is the best. Mother Teresa, Ruth Ginsburg, Oprah, Michelle Obama, all the greats, they'd vote for a gay husband. There's just no debate. My vagina can take a break. I don't need a penis anymore. Having penis is a mistake. I don't know what it's useful for. Women, you know I'm on to something good. Marry gay. You know you should. Welcome to the show, my co-host, Sugar.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. You know I'm a poet, right?
Yes, that was a work of genius.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been really thinking about it recently. I have this fiance. Unfortunately, my fiance's power got cut off. So he was unable to charge his phone. So I don't know if he's going to be here today.
Oh, great.
But yeah. So he doesn't have any power at all. He asked me for $650 yesterday, and then he disappeared after that. But the good news is, Sugar, is we have a lot of new people here. We have Kenneth, the Christian dog. The reason why that was important for me today is because, so today's Easter. So happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
What is the meaning of Easter for you, Sugar?
The meaning of Easter is, here's the deal. Jesus was killed on the cross, and then 3 days later, he resurrected for 40 days and 40 nights, not for forever, such as when Lazarus was resurrected. Lazarus is not around today. He still eventually died. So what was the meaning of the resurrection? It wasn't for life everlasting on earth. It was to tell us that we don't have souls. We are souls living in a body, and we do have life everlasting, and that there is always hope.
There's always hope. So that is really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Because sometimes just on earth, we can look around and say, man, things are going so bad for me. They couldn't be going any worse. And sometimes we give up hope. So if we look at Jesus Christ, he was, on the cross being tortured, and he still had hope. It's really phenomenal. And people give up, all the time. I've given up before, but sometimes you just look and there's hope. You just look for it in little things. So just in friends and people caring for you. And if you really look, you'll see signs that it exists, that, God exists, that Jesus exists. And I believe that. Just the fact that I started the show and you were there and you've always been there for me. I appreciate that so much. And I attribute that not only to you, but to Jesus. Because I believe Jesus sends helpers.
You just have to ask. You just have to ask. And it has been an absolute pleasure. I love doing this show.
You do? Okay, yeah. I'm so glad to hear that. And do you agree with me? Like a gay husband is best? Because that's what I'm starting to think.
I don't even think that's debatable. I think everybody would know that that's true.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's fun. Andy, he's a good fiance. I mean, besides asking for money, that's the worst part. That's the part I really don't like. The asking for money.
Are you giving him money?
No, I'm not. I always say no. I don't think I should be giving.
Keep asking?
Because I'm the one most likely to give it, I think, out of all the people.
But if you're saying no.
Yeah. Well, because I pay for all his meals. So he thinks that he could just.
See, there you go. If you do that, people become dependent on you. That is strictly human nature. Nobody is ever going to tell you, that's it, I've had enough, you don't have to give me anymore. Once you start giving, you just open those floodgates.
That's true. And sometimes it's hard to know what to do in that situation. We had a wrap-up show that I think ceases to exist by Corey. And Corey, he's been over an hour late to each Kermit and Friends. And then after he's late, he then demands to be put on while I have other guests on. And he's just, I don't know. I don't think he's in the spirit of Kermit, but Jesus Christ would accept all wrap-up shows and all people. So I'm a little confused on whether to keep him around or not. But Lori Bolton and John Bolton and a couple other people, I think, let's see, Trumpster Bob and others have stepped up. So that's when you really start to be a believer, when other people step up. Sometimes you feel like, wow, this person just left me and I'm all alone, but you're never alone. You're never alone. And I want people that are watching this to remember that. Even if someone walks away, they're clearing the air for someone better. That's what I believe. Do you find that in your life, Sugar? Has anybody ever walked away from you and then it cleared the way for something better?
Every time. Every single time. You close a door, you open a window.
Yeah. So sometimes that door needs to be closed for the window to open. And that's been a lot of times in my life. If I've lost a job or an opportunity, I feel like it's the end of the world, but then something better comes in. And I just really appreciate everybody for being here today. Sugar, I'm going to bring you on in a second, but first I want to introduce everybody to a new person here named Kenneth, the Christian dog. Welcome to the show. Hi, Kenneth. I'm so happy that you're here today on Easter Sunday. I think you have a theme song for us. Can we hear that theme song? Kenneth, you're muted. You're muted, Kenneth. I can't hear anything. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. This is not good. Kenneth, where'd you go? All right, maybe I'll just read some emails. Kenneth, I can't hear you, sweetheart. Can somebody from my staff help Kenneth? Because I can't hear him at all. Just while he's working on his audio, I'm going to read this email. Did I read the Saki email yet? Does anybody know? Hi, Elisa. I want to let you know that going forward, Saki will not be on Kermit and Friends anymore because of this Sunday's guest being called out on social media. I don't want to get involved with people that have very serious allegations. So as far as Kermit and Friends, it has nothing to do with the Muppets. It was just adults. I appreciate you having my puppet on your show. Okay. It really meant a lot, but the only thing I don't want to get involved with, and neither does Saki, in the middle of allegations or people I don't know about that are crazy. And if you wish to unfollow me, that's fine. I wish you all the best. If anybody asks, please tell them and explain to them it was my decision to discontinue being on the show because of the allegations against Onision. I don't want people to go after me on social media for being friends with people that curse or talk about their own personal lives that don't make sense to me or my puppet. So I don't want my puppet to get involved in things that don't make sense to me. Goodbye, and I thank you for allowing my puppet Saki to be on your show. If Wendy asks, the puppet still loves her. Okay, so that's a person that quit the show named Saki, a puppet, and they quit because I allowed a person named Onision on the show. Okay, so in the spirit of Jesus, I would say you do not quit shows because other people on. That is something Jesus would not do. Child of God, you're muted. Can you please unmute yourself? I'd like to ask your advice on this. Child of God, welcome to Kermit and Friends.
Well, thank you. I am very grateful.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Okay, so Child of God.
Have my headphones. All right, headphones. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So Child of God, you sent me a very long email about Jesus, and you seem like you're a Jesus expert to me. So can you tell, the audience here why Easter is so important?
Well, I would never call myself an expert. I would just call myself a sister to Jesus. And Easter is so important because, well, time didn't really start to exist until Jesus did. I don't know how to answer this.
Jesus took the sacrifice.
Today is a day, like, he died on the cross to prove to the world in that moment that God was real. And he stayed, and it wasn't a resuscitation where they just brought him back to life, because, well, I've been through that, and that's not that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a man who was buried for 3 days and came back to life and walked the earth for 40 days to say, hey, hello, it's real. It's like if you don't believe God is real, the proof was there. And when you start walking with Jesus, God starts showing you miracles on a daily basis to prove that it's real. And well, I just want to take this opportunity to give all the credit to God for my life and for dying for my sins, to know that I'm forgiven. And that's what it was all about. It's, anxiety and guilt. That's all just tools that the devil uses to make you think that none of this is real. But we that believe fully know the truth.
So if people are watching right now and they're not exactly sure what the truth is, how can they see signs for that? What should people be looking for?
Well, I wouldn't actively go looking for it. I would actively just trying to look through the eyes of Jesus and how he felt when he was being persecuted for things that he didn't do wrong. And the more that you start looking from that perspective, then God reveals the miracles to you. A car driving by with a sign on it, a song coming on the radio, a commercial, a TV show. There's messages and everything, and you start to see it. Like it answers all the questions that you're going through in the moment, and it just constantly. The more you look through Jesus's eyes and try to be like him, the more the truth gets revealed to you.
That is so beautiful. So what we should all do today and forever, in my opinion, is we try to act like Jesus. So
yeah,
when people, so like in my life, here's something that happens a lot. So many people wrote to me and they were angry with me for having a certain guest on the show, this guy Onision. They were really upset with me because they hate him and they call him a pedophile. And I don't think that Jesus would not want to help somebody. I think he would help everyone, and he would not look down on anyone because everybody has sinned. I have sinned, child of God, you have sinned. Kenneth, the Christian dog, he sinned too. Okay, we've all sinned. So why is one person's sin, worse than another person's sin? And I don't think Jesus Christ looks at it like that. I don't think so.
There is no one sin worse than the other. That's a man's definition. We are sinful people, and God died to forgive us for our plural sins. There is no one sin worse than the other. I mean, he took in a prostitute, or I don't know. I'm young at this. I'm a very junior child of God, so I can't quote the Bible as of yet, but I'm working on it. I just know that, like, the story of the prostitute in the Bible, like, all I know is God is love, and love heals, and everybody on this earth sins. There's only one being who was sinless, and that was Jesus. And everybody is on a journey to seek their truth, and if they have Jesus in their heart as their Savior, he will reveal it to them in a word that Andy gave me, which I'm so grateful for, is Godspeed. You can't go fast. You can't go too slow. You have to follow the lead of God's voice. And God's voice in your head is all the positive that comes in. If there's any negative coming in that makes you feel guilty or anxious, well, that's the devil. So it's really simple. Just follow the positive.
So my anxiety comes from Satan?
Well, yeah, I think I personally, and I may be wrong because, like I said, I'm junior in the journey, I think anxiety is just another name for the devil.
Wow.
And guilt.
Guilt.
Any negative label is just another name for the devil's tools that he tries to use to make you feel unworthy. But Jesus died on the cross to prove to us that God is real and you are worthy and you are forgiven and you can move forward. And moving forward in the spiritual battle can feel scary, but the Bible literally speaks about overcoming fear at the very least, 365 times, one for every day. So,
wow. Oh my gosh,
fear.
you're such a wonderful person. And I wonder if you could help me with this other guest that I have, Eric Riggs.
Hi.
Eric.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so you're here to teach us the meaning of Passover alongside Barry Boss.
Well,
so I have
hi.
both of you here to explain that. Eric, what are your thoughts on Passover?
Oh, it's just so great to hear your voice and to see you. It's good to see you too, Barry. You know, it feels like it's been so like a lifetime since we started out on this journey. My thoughts on Passover are, the Exodus from Egypt. It's an amazing thing. I had a couple Passover Seders with an older couple, my friends Lee and Nahama. They're an older Jewish couple. They're like in their 70s. And just, singing songs with them. You got to get the matzah. You eat the matzah with the bitter herbs. Then you make a little sandwich of matzah. And at the end, you sing this song. It's kind of like who ate the fly, who ate the horse. She lives in the shoe. I guess she'll die. And I don't know if you've ever heard that one, that nursery rhyme. He ate the dog, that ate the cat.
It's not proper. It's not proper. It's not the proper meaning.
Yeah,
but
it's not the proper meaning. So they sing this song at the end where it's like, this.
No, it's Hava Nagila is usually what Jews sing. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. Hey.
So you've probably heard that one. Have you heard that song, Lisa? Hava Nagila?
I've heard it, but Eric, you were really mean to me on Facebook yesterday. Why?
It's probably the angel of death, Elisa, passing over us right now as we speak. At the end of the Seder, you sing the song and it goes through it. And at the end, it's like the butcher slays the cow and then the angel of death comes and slays the butcher. And then the Lord God comes and slays the angel of death,
Right.
Yeah. And I can't even imagine what it must have been like in Egypt to wake up one day. You put lamb's blood on your door, and all of the firstborn of the Egyptian children are dead. All of them, But I guess it's kind of like an enigma of stress and anxiety. I think I was just really stressed out the other day.
Okay, so now you feel better about everything?
I think I feel a lot better, yeah.
Okay, so you want to introduce the next video?
No.
You don't want to introduce it?
No, I don't really want to do anything like that. It sounds kind of stressful.
Okay, so just relax. I just want you to relax right now, okay? Just relax and just say, this next video.
No, I don't want to do that.
Why, Eric? You sent me so many videos this week and they were all amazing. Do you want to tell everybody what kind of videos you were sending me?
Well, I was sending you very intimate footage, because we've known each other for a long time. And at some point, you have to cross that bridge. And if it doesn't work, so be it, But at least you tried. I learned that from my friend Zach in venture capital, who had his own jet. At least you tried. Did it work? I don't know, but at least you tried. But I think playing a video for your fans of me taking off my pants for you with my problem is if it was like Ben Stiller's face on my penis, I would be okay with it. But I'm not in tune with Hollywood completely yet. And I think I would need good friends like you and Barry to really understand networking in Hollywood. Like, you network a lot. You know a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And like you could be on the Stern Show right now in a heartbeat, playing for 30 million people. But I don't know how I would feel about that. It sounds kind of stressful.
So a lot of people want to see this video of you, Eric. Let's see what the audience says. Let's ask each person. Sugar, how do you feel about watching a video with Eric and no pants?
I want to see it. Eric, please let us see it.
Of me without my pants, but the problem is that we have like a face of somebody who, we know I don't get along with, for reasons that are like it just doesn't make sense to me. When you can't make sense out of something, you go like, let me beat my head against this wall. I still can't make sense out of this.
Well, if we were trying to make sense out of things, this would be a whole different show.
Yeah, I suppose that's why we trust in Jesus, right? Jesus will make sense out of it eventually.
Are you okay with us playing the video? I don't want trauma. I don't want people like coming away from being hurt.
No, I think it's probably okay. Like if Elisa is getting into seeing me naked,
Awesome. Okay, so now this is a video of the wonderful Eric, the best guy, one of the best guys I've ever met in my life. This is the types of emails that he sends me. Obviously, it had to be kind of edited just for religious purposes. And here it is. This is Eric in one of his videos. We're going to have a sexy video of the week, and this is the one for this week.
Yeah, eat whatever I want, my life is like a buffet. Just shake it off, I know you had a rough day. Yeah, this is a new sound, I call it an update. I fix it with C#, you're still using duct tape. Lit like a stone, yeah, lit like a matchstick. Fly like a rover, stretch like elastic. Target like I'm DOA, target like it's practice. Practice like the NBA, get it in the basket. Okay, boomer, I think you're a loser. Yeah, I'm talking about a gun, not a real ruler. I feel like I'm Uzi Vert, this a Frank Mueller. I feel like I'm smoke perp, cause I got a boner. I'm a motherfucking boner. Yeah, I'm a bust like a boner. Yeah, going hard like a boner. Yeah, standing tall like a boner.
I'm not afraid to fall. I don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah.
But my heart is break, 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 break me. My heart is to break, 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 break me.
It's interesting because I can feel it on the top too. I'm so depressed. I lost my life. So I wanted back some of my happiness. And that's why I turn to Kenneth and friends. Every time I go on the air, I feel like I'm standing there. And when I'm there, the octopus, I felt like you was just like us. Right.
And that's why I have a problem letting go.
Elisa.
What we saw this last couple of years has put a spotlight on a problem that we're mature enough to address in a responsible way. Okay.
And I noticed she doesn't have anything in her vagina or in her butt.
One of the things that I feel responsible for in June 2018 when I launched my campaign.
But we don't know what happened the night before, right? And having a partner who can also help kind of account for the ebbs and flows, right? Highs and lows. We like the highs and lows, but
All right, Charmin. So obviously, Charmin
sucked into this.
So Charmin, you came on Kermit and Friends very innocently, and look where you ended up.
The thing about being a Scorpio, If there's sex, you're somehow mixed in it.
So what do you think of this? I have hours and hours and hours of footage in my email inbox from beautiful Eric over here. Nude footage. I mean, it gets crazier and crazier. I mean, I have enough footage now for a segment every week for the rest of my life.
Great.
So, I mean,
I'm so happy that this show really exists. Really, the opportunities here to discuss the male-female dynamic and what goes on between men and women is just, it's limitless. Like, it's just, there's so many opportunities. You know, I love the theme that every time a door closes, a window opens, and it's your responsibility to learn how not to lose your shit in the hallway. It's a good one right here.
It's a very good one.
Oh, Charmin, here's another thing. I have another clip featuring you. Okay, this time.
Oh, great. Oh, good.
Oh, my goodness.
This time it's from Trumpster Bob.
Oh, yeah. Trumpster Bob brought some stuff up in the Discord chat this week.
I love what you just said, Charmin, that it's really a limitless male-female dynamic, really.
Right. I
here.
mean, this is a great opportunity for us to, have a dynamic conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. So what are your
thoughts? The doors are wide open. You just blow the walls off while we're at it.
Well, Eric, he brings up some good things. You know, his videos that he sends me, they're just, I mean, there's a lot of editing that needs to be done to his videos, or else we couldn't play them.
Right.
So that takes a lot of time. I want to shout out Leaf King, Gaia Paya, Tyler Scott for editing these videos of Eric that are mostly nude. So I just really appreciate. Oh, I'm getting a call. Just 1 second, Charmin. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Oh, I was calling to say that my phone is about to die because I don't have electricity.
No, you don't have electricity, Andy? Why?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound good.
I think the neighbors got mad because we were being loud.
So they cut your electricity. So how are you going to be on Kermit and Friends? How are you going to be on Kermit and Friends, Andy?
I can't.
You can't be on Kermit and Friends?
No, this phone I'm talking on right now is literally about to die.
Okay, so start walking here now. Okay, write down my phone number. Start walking here now and tell the doorman to call me, okay?
But, aren't you doing Kermit and Friends right now?
I'm doing Kermit and Friends, but by the time you get here, Kermit and Friends will be over, and then we can go out for Easter dinner.
An hour and a half from now.
Yeah, you could do it. Just start walking.
That's all I do is walk lately.
I know. Walk here. I'm going to get you some lunch. I'm going to take care of you. We're going to charge your phone. We're going to wear our bunny ears in Beverly Hills. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to get a ride. That walk is long.
Okay, write down my number, okay? Then just have my doorman call it.
Oh, you're right. I should write it down.
Write it down. Okay, because Eric's publicist is here. Hold on 1 second. Andy, call me back, okay? I'll see you in like an hour and a half.
Bye.
Right, okay, that was Andy. He has no power. Never mind. Okay, so Eric, your publicist is here. Eric Riggs' publicist. Eric Riggs' publicist. Do's and don'ts, a guild to getting a restraining order. Eric Riggs' publicist, what do you think of his video? Pretty sexy, right?
Yeah, it was very sexy. It's very difficult to get in touch with him. I'm trying to get in touch with him because I want to promote his new book. It's called, it's not this one. This is the book that I wrote.
I have the book.
But the new book that Eric Riggs wrote is called Cypherius Dash and the Twilight Hourglass. And it's on Amazon Kindle. If anybody wants to check out what it's about. And in KAF Discord, there's a little preview. And I just want to congratulate Eric on another outstanding book.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm doing a wrap-up show on a lark with Tall Dark. So if you want to be my co-host, you're welcome. I think you're a genius.
That'd be I appreciate that so much, Tall Dark and Handsome. The book I wrote, Elisa, that only took like a week. But the Twilight Hourglass took me years. Probably 2 years to write that. I'm writing the sequel for it right now. It's gonna blow Harry Potter out of the water, But and
the FBI helped you get this book out. I understand.
Yeah, I think they did in a lot of ways. I think they definitely cleared the space. I think when you write something like that, something where you pick it up and you say, this blows Harry Potter out of the water. The other thing that happens is that when you read Harry Potter after reading it, you go like, holy shit, like what if the world does end? And our kids are reading this? This is crazy. One thing J.K. Rowling said is when they blew up the Twin Towers, she's like, and they say that they shouldn't teach our children about evil. So it's kind of like, if she did half the work and then there was another half, that would be kind of like the Twilight Hourglass.
You're like Stephen King. You write books like every 3 weeks. It's amazing.
Oh my God. I probably have like 5 novels done. Yeah, I've got.
And your next book, I hear, is going to be about how you can talk for 30 minutes straight without taking a breath.
Oh my God. Elisa, can you help me with that? Sharon, can you help me with that? I've never written a book about holding my breath underwater. Oh, by the way, how's your campaign for first female president going, Charmin?
Oh, it was fantastic. Did you catch my last podcast this last week?
So that podcast, it was such a nice and serious podcast, and there was just so much a class to it. So that podcast didn't have any porn on it.
No, it definitely didn't give the impression like she was even interested in talking about porn, did it? And she was very, very female centric. She has a great platform in Australia. She's a fantastic author in her own right. She's a very classy lady. I was very excited to get the invitation to her show. I love this show for different reasons.
Yeah, very different reasons.
I like the idea that nobody really knows my story, but Kermit and God brought us together. It's a spiritual show. I wrote a spiritual book. The book spans 40 years. I jumped forward, looked back, and filled the gap. A lot of what I wrote played out. I guarantee a lot of people want to know what I wrote about 2024. I certainly, there are plenty of things that keep me awake at night. But as a Christian, not an evangelical, my personal relationship with my Christ and Savior is very important to me. I followed the call. I jumped in the flow and just did what I felt I was supposed to do. And that is an interesting experience for a lot of people. Spiritually, there's signs everywhere. Once you start looking for them and seeing them, they jump out at you. And I think this show is fantastic.
Oh, all right. So you might change your mind because I'm about to play a Trumpster Bob clip talking about you and I. Here it is. Trumpster Bob.
I would like to do a fucking porn video with Elisa Jordana sucking my fucking dick where beautiful pussy staring at the camera while her girlfriend Charmin was on the bottom of the couch sucking my fucking dick.
Everybody should have a dream, Bob. Everybody should have a dream.
God, right? Picture that shot right there. Motherfucking Trump.
I was so damn drunk.
Bob, what was that?
People keep asking me, like, every day, they keep asking me, Bob, what do you think about Sherman? And I'm constantly just saying, yeah, she's a good looking woman. What about her? And then they keep asking me all these other questions. So I just, decided to answer them one day. Yeah, lay them both down on the couch and, I do both of them. I don't give a damn.
So Bob, actually, you know what? You're going to be surprised. I think Sharman's going to be surprised about this too. Bob, you are Crematarian of the Week.
How'd I do that?
Okay, I'll show you. So Bob was voted Kermitarian of the Week because of this video. Bob is Kermitarian of the Week. Everybody give him your respect. This is why.
No. Can I ask you one fucking question?
Got the floor.
I got the floor. Thank you. My one question to you, Rob, is this. Why can we not have a channel that brings everybody from every fucking side of the field together into one fucking show together and fucking get along? Yeah, maybe if you pick up a Bible, try it Sunday morning, you might have a chance. Nope. This is that fucking show. It's the only fucking show like it on the fucking internet. Where Harry Brogan and Mark Cruz could both be fans of this fucking show, be part of the show, and they fucking hate each other. But while they're on this show, they're either gonna hate each other or get along. And she's gonna try to help them get along instead of fucking being at odds. There's not another fucking show like this on the fucking internet, dude. There's just not. I don't know. Now wait a minute. No. Shut up. Now you understand why I support Kermit Friends. Because I'm against the hate. And I think everybody who's against the hate should be a Crematarian. Because that is what Kermit and Friends is all about. A puppy's undoing love to his fucking owner. A little short little fucking schnoozy fucking dog or whatever the fuck you call him. Never owned a little dog like that, but it's their undying loyalty to their fucking owner.
See, Bob, you really get it so much more than a lot of people. So what you were saying in that clip is exactly the feeling that I had when I started Kermit and Friends. I just wanted a loving environment, and you understand that. You stood up for me when people were coming down on me for the Onision interview and saying that that guy was bad. Why do you give that guy a platform? You shouldn't ask him any nice questions. Go get him. That is not the spirit of Kermit and Friends. I would never do that. I would never invite someone on my show just to beat them up and put them down and make them feel horrible about themselves. He's had that enough. That guy Onision has had that enough. Right. And you understand that. And that's exactly why you are Crematarian of the Week. So everybody, just give Bob your respect. Bob is doing a wrap-up show, taking over for Corey, okay? And you're doing it with Lori Bolton. So let's get Lori on here, your co-host. Lori Bolton stepped up. These people, I want to say something about these two people, T-Bob and Lori. They stepped up. This is the kind of person you want to be in life. You don't want to be a detractor. You want to be somebody that celebrates and wants to be part of something. So if you're spending a lot of time talking badly about a show, or like I got some tweets from people saying, oh, I'm not going to be watching this show. It's like, never tweet that about any show. Never be negative like that. Step up, do your makeup, look beautiful, and be on Kermit and Friends and have a wrap-up show. Right, Lori?
Right.
So Lori knows what she's talking about. In fact, she's sending T-Bob some Muslim information, right? Do you think that T-Bob would be better off as a Muslim?
He was talking about in the Discord about wanting to do like a Bible study, and he wanted to buy a Quran, like an English translation of the Quran, and a new Bible. And I told him he doesn't need to go out and buy one because you can just get one online for free. In fact, I have several laying around that I would like to give him one. He just needs to send me his address. I already have it packaged up and everything.
That is so generous of you, Lori. That is the spirit that I'm looking for. People don't seem to get it. Not you guys. You guys get it, and the people here get it. But there's some other people that just have it all wrong. To invite somebody on your show to troll them and to make them feel horrible about themselves, that is not what this is. This is sharing, right? Lori forgave T-Bob for the things that he said about being a Muslim, right? So originally, T-Bob was against being Muslim, but now he's open-minded to it, and that is like, wow, I could quit Kermit and Friends right now just knowing that.
Yeah, we had a very wholesome interaction on Discord.
Well, I don't actually plan to become a Muslim. I do have a message about Muslims that not all Muslims are bad Muslims, just like all Americans aren't bad Americans. And people should think about that. But what I want to do is a Bible study where we study Christian Bible and the Quran at the same time.
Okay. I mean, if Lori's fine with that, I'd be happy because it's just about sharing, right? I think that you guys are probably more similar than you think. You and Lori, I think you're both good people. You both step up. You're both professional.
Really good.
Okay, good. All right, so you guys are both excited about it, and what, Bob?
I said, no, I see that with Lori also, that she is very professional in the way she acts, her demeanor, and things of that nature. And I also want to say, I have been known to go after my show, but what people didn't get was when I go after people like that, it's not always to bring them down. Like this one guy, I don't want to mention his name on here, Mark Cruz, aka Mark Connors. He's a real bad guy. He did something bad with an underage female and got convicted of it. But he doesn't have to be on any sex offenders list or anything like that. Now, I would have never said anything to this guy about anything, except for he kept getting jobs or starting up like a karate studio or whatever. And he kept trying to have jobs where he's trying to get around little kids. And it was constant. And it took me a couple of years to put it into his brain that no matter what took place,
what the hell are you doing, Eric?
What are you talking about? Taking notes. So he was around. So what are we talking about? What are we talking
Eric,
about?
I saw what you just did, Eric. That was not good. Why did you do that?
What? I wanted to make your day. It's Easter Sunday, right? It's
You're
the last day
flashing
of.
me backstage. You're flashing me backstage. You're flashing me backstage. That is not good. Do not do that. Do not do that. Why'd you do that?
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, Eric.
Well, it's the last day of Easter. It's the last day of Passover.
You think that flashing me backstage is a good way to celebrate Easter?
Why not? I don't know if Jesus would care about that. He probably wouldn't. Peace and love should reign. And you do look beautiful right now, Elisa. I just wanted to let you know that.
All right. Okay, so Barry, you wanted to say a few words about Passover. I know that.
Yes, and there's one thing I wanted to say about Jesus that has to do with Easter. Jesus, what you don't know about the Last Supper, which is Passover, is that Jesus had a whore. Her name was Mary of Magdalene. Okay, she was his whore. So he was no saint, and he was a sinner, but he was forgiven by God for all his sins when he died on the cross. So that's one thing. Two, Passover is in Christianity is known as Last Supper, but in Judaism, it's the day when the Jews fled Egypt from slavery to go to the new Holy Land of the Kingdom of Israel, back then called Canaan or Canaan, however you want to pronounce it. Okay, it was land that God promised to the Jews, and this was about 3,500 years ago, something like that, 3,600 years ago, something like that. So, long time ago, So, we escaped Pharaoh Ramses, and we have the Seder plate, and we eat matzah on Passover instead of challah because we didn't have enough time for the dough to rise of the bread when we fled Egypt to come to the promised land of Israel. So basically, we eat unlimited bread, which is matzah, for that reason to celebrate. Now, the sandwich that Eric was referring to is in the middle of it. It's called what's called haroset, which is a mixture of apples, brown sugar, and there's nuts and some other things. It's really good haroset. You had it as a child, Elisa, I know, because your father's Jewish, so I know you had it as a child. So you probably celebrated both holidays growing up. So basically, the story of Passover is from sour beginnings to new beginnings. And that's the way I could put it. And then the other thing I wanted to say is that I have a huge announcement. So I was going to save this for the Sunday before, for the 16th of May, but I'll say it now. I'm getting ready to go on CBS worldwide, all over TV on the Donna Drake Show, which is in New York City. I'm going to be doing an appearance on May 17th. It's the day of filming, and we air about 3 to 4 weeks later, is what I'm told. So I will ask Donna if I can promote Kermit and Friends in the show. If I can, I will. If I can't, I can't. But I'll try and mention that to requested Trumpster Bob, because he requested that I mention it. Yeah, I think it was him that requested not to mention it.
Yeah, that's great, Barry. I'm really
you look
happy
kind of
for you.
upsetting.
Well, I've been
things are starting to look good for me.
Yeah. I've been flashed this whole episode. This is a new person, Andrew Jones. He seems like a really nice guy. Welcome to Kermit and Friends.
Hi.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks.
What was that?
Yeah, hi. I was saying hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Okay, so Andrew, just tell everybody a little bit about what Easter means to you. Be right back.
Thing is that I'd say Easter means to me, I'm trying to come up with the right words. Give me 1 second. I'd say Easter means to me that like when I have a lot of memories of like Easter, you know, and also on top of that, I just think of it as like a time of like appreciation for I'm trying to think what to say. Just things that we have in our life. That's the way I view it. I mean, you know, personally.
So being thankful for things. Is there something that you're very thankful for?
I have a pet turtle. My parents.
So it took me a long time to get you on Kermit and Friends.
Yeah, that's because I was just gonna explain that. I was saying is that it was alright with you. I'm saying is that reason was because number one, I didn't know what it was about totally. Like I couldn't totally understand what it was about, so I didn't want to get myself involved in something that I didn't quite know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what I was doing, and also on top of that, I just met you, and so I didn't know like I just didn't know anything about what was going on. You know.
So I found you. I recruited you. Mm-hmm. I found you on like the dating section of Facebook, right? Is that how I originally got you?
Philippines dating group.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah.
Or
so I
like
found you on a Philippines dating group on Facebook. So if people don't know, you can actually find people to date through Facebook, and it's pretty cool because you can like see what their mutual friends. If you have any mutual friends, you can see their pictures, and it's just way better than a traditional dating site, in my opinion. So I found you on there, looking for a date in the Philippines, and you know, how is it going? Because that was a while ago. How has your dating life been since then?
Okay, number one, right now I'm not looking for a girlfriend in the Philippines. I'm just looking for a friend in the Philippines, like friends in the Philippines, and that's it. You know, friends that are female. I'm saying thing is that, and that's it. I'm saying not actually anyone to date currently. I'm saying because I can't come over there. That's the thing. So it's like I can't do it. I can't afford it. So that's why I'm not doing that. I decided against that.
and what are you looking for? What are you looking for? What kind of qualities are you looking for in a mate?
Well, I'd say just honest, caring, loyal, the normal things to look for someone, look for in someone. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Is, yeah.
So I'm going to ask you some advice because I'm engaged, right? And I'm going to show you just a little bit about just some video footage of kind of what I've been going through in my engagement, because it's just not easy, Andrew. Mm-hmm. Being engaged is not easy. And here's a little bit of what you can expect if you get engaged.
No, I'm telling you right now, I don't. Dude, bitch, you gotta I didn't realize what a fucking cunt you are. Horrible person. Horrible. Because you are. You're just such a fucking horrible, weird person. Oh, fuck no. Are you kidding me? And you're just a fucking retard. Don't call me either. Don't call me. Don't go on my accounts. And don't post shit. Don't call me anymore. and I need at least 6 months break from even being your friend. After 6 months, maybe we can talk about being friends again, but you didn't have to. That's not going to even happen. You're so dumb. And really, I thought you were smart. I was telling people you were smart, but you're just like a weird Dumbo. I don't know why. Probably your parents fucked you up. Why are you a weird Dumbo? Figure that out yourself. Your parents fucked you up. Like you're fucking weird, psychopath, sociopath, Dumbo, bitch, lying cunt. I don't care. You're so dumb. You can pay me. Otherwise, you can just pay me. Okay? You can pay me money. Whenever you got your money coming in, start paying me, and maybe we can be friends again. But really, I don't like you at all. Weird, sociopathic, psycho bitch.
So that's what I'm going through right now. And, I'm just going through so much. The dog, the Kenneth, the Christian dog just quit the show. And that's really disappointing. So, when you're going through a rough time in a relationship and people are quitting the show left and right, how do you stay positive, Andrew? How do you do that?
Well, I know that I've tried to start some computer groups in the past, a computer group in the past. I know that people didn't want to see me part of that. So I just, try to join a bunch of other groups. That's what I did. I joined a bunch of groups to try to meet people.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Kermit and Friends.
That's why.
Hold on, Andrew. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
That was so unfortunate.
What?
So unfortunate.
What was unfortunate?
Oh, that phone call with Andy. Oh, my God.
I agree. I'm not happy about it.
You go to tape a guy in California. Is it like a two-party consent? Did he know you were taping?
Yeah, he's part of the show.
He's part of the show.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's looking for a bump up in pay for being part of the show.
Listen.
The engagement is off, isn't it?
No, it's not off. It's on. He's walking here right now. It's just going to take him like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. 2 to 3 hours. You're going to do a 2 to 3 hour show today.
No, I'm doing an hour show, and then I'm taking Andy to lunch. What's your problem? Why are you so salty?
Take him to a lunch. That sounds horrible. That's so unfortunate. I think Andrew Jones knows that was unfortunate. Everybody watching, listening, it's unfortunate. You shouldn't have played that. That's kind of bad.
What is your problem? What is that guy? See, Andrew, this is an Easter show. I'm going to read you what I found out about Easter. I was looking up the meaning of Easter all night last night. So the meaning of Easter is Jesus Christ's victory over death. His resurrection symbolizes the eternal life that is granted to all who believe in him. Okay, so this can keep going. This might not stop. The meaning of Easter also symbolizes the complete verification of all that Jesus preached and taught during his 3-year ministry. So if he had not risen from the dead, if he had merely died and not been resurrected, he would have been considered just another teacher or a rabbi. However, his resurrection changed all that and gave final proof that he was really the Son of God, right? So we can all be like this. We can all be like this. So no matter what, see, I got that phone call. People would look at that as a negative phone call, right? They really would. So they would look at that as negative, but I don't look at it that way because I think that all people should get to say how they feel because it's just a feeling, right? That feeling could change. So that was this guy, Octopus, and he always calls me in a bad mood. But if somebody's really happy and living in the spirit of God, they just do not make calls like that.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to get you integrated more in the community. So let's get people to find out about you. Let's see if you're open to questions. Let's get this guy Nihilist. Nihilist, are you there, buddy? He's not there. Okay. Let's get Eric Riggs, publicist. This is a very nice guy. So Eric Riggs, publicist.
Hey.
This is Andrew Jones. He's a new person here. He's a really nice guy. What's your question for him?
Andrew, would you be my after show co-host, please? We just discussed the show and we go more in depth. I can't get in touch with superstar Eric Riggs. So if you would help me, I'd appreciate it, sir.
So, thing is, like, with that, like, what would it require me to do? Like, I'm talking, like, what exactly, like, what times and stuff?
See, look, I wrote notes, so we're just going to talk about the show, and then anything that you can recollect and, add your insight. And it's just going to be a short show, so you can have lunch afterwards. Just think about it. I'm going to put the link in KAF Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw that. I think I do saw it. Yeah, I think she sent me a link to.
And also, I'd like to say Andy Dick should sell his painting Quigley gave him so he can get a Pee Wee Herman-esque bike.
That's
Andy,
a good idea.
Listening.
I don't think he's listening right now. He's walking. Here's another person that might have a question.
Hello there, Elisa. Elisa, can I tell you a few things, right?
Yeah.
Now, listen, right? I was over at the Kermit show, and I'm typing away on YouTube. Nobody's taking any notice. I'm typing nice things into the Kermit show over on YouTube. Now, Elise, right? I don't know you very well. I've just come to get to know you watching your videos, and I think you do a great show, by the way. But listen, concentrate on one show, please, because people over the Kermit show who you ignore, me, when I've been in chat, get irritated, and we don't know where you really are, you see? So this is why you've got to concentrate on just this show and put all your energy into here instead of doing it on maybe the other show. But I get why you're doing it on the other show, because of Kermit the dog, which was a lovely dog. And there you go. But it's nice to meet you there, Kermit. You're a lovely girl, and I don't think you need to marry that guy with a funny haircut who's got Dick on the end of his name.
So you don't like my fiance? You don't think he's a good guy?
I do like him. He's funny, but he's got a dry sense of humor. He's got a dry sense of humor, and us English don't get that. But to me, he's not. I don't know, because maybe I'm not American there, Kermit. But to me, he's not really funny. And I think, but saying this, sir, I mean, you might be a woman who doesn't go by looks, so, I mean, certainly you don't go by looks. I know that. So it must be more for the personality.
Well, yeah, I was just telling my mom this morning.
Yeah.
Andy is very different. He's very different. He is.
Well,
yeah, he is so kind. You know what he said to me?
I can second that.
Jimmy, you know what he said to me? He asked me if he asked me this. He said, "Do you want a baby?" And I go, no, I'm fine. I have nephews, and I have nieces and nephews. And he goes, "Are you sure?" Yeah. And I said, yeah, that's fine, Andy. Don't worry. He wants to make sure I have everything that I want.
Here's the thing now, right?
What?
When did you two become acquainted like that way? You know what I mean?
What was that?
When did you two become acquainted like him asking you to get engaged? That sort of type of thing.
When did he ask me to get engaged? Like a month ago, and he really meant it. And I keep asking him if he changed his mind. He never changes his mind.
So you can't talk about children that earlier on, can you? I mean, that's a bit sort of funny, isn't it? And I think that's strange.
Wait, what's funny about it?
I mean, it's a little bit early in the relationship to start like talking about kids, don't you think? Or there again, he is
Well,
like
I
an
don't
old
want
guy.
kids. Jimmy, I don't even want kids, but I thought it was very considerate that he asked me if I did. He cared. No other guy has asked me
Yeah,
what
I
I
know what you
wanted.
mean. I know. And he is such a like a he's a lovable rogue or a lovable sweetheart, as you could call him. But how old is he? And anyway, he's 55, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't really care about age. I don't really care about anything like that or superficial. I just wanted somebody. It was really important for me to find somebody that really saw me and appreciated me for who I am, right?
For who you are, yeah.
And that is something that he absolutely does. He is so appreciative. He says, Elisa, you're the funniest person I've ever met. He says he likes me without makeup. He likes me no matter what I look like or what I'm wearing. He doesn't even like
Yeah.
it when I'm dressed up. He slept here.
Well, come on, Elise. I mean, you would look great in anything. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you. But not, first thing in the morning. He just, he appreciates me for who I am. I don't need to be fake around him. I can just be myself. And that's very relaxing.
I've noticed a trend around your show as well, right? Well, I've actually just been watching you 2 days there now, but I've got out lots of your streams now, to a few of them, like a bit of this one, bit of that one, just to get to know what you're about, right? And I've noticed a trend. Have you not noticed the trend? What's going on in your streams, really?
No, not really. What is it?
Middle-aged men. Quite a few of them.
No. Jimmy, we have a variety of people here. We have a lot of women on the show. We have Charmin, we have Lori, we have Sugar. Very strong women. I'm getting a call. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, this is Timmy. That's my fucking brother.
Timmy.
He's all right son of a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I'm getting to know him right now.
Yeah, son of don't trust the fucking thing he says. He stole all the fucking equipment. Don't trust him.
No, I didn't.
I love you, Timmy, but you're a son of a bitch.
I didn't steal anything.
It's your brother Timmy just called in.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that was.
Yeah, that was a nice guy. Okay,
I
so
was going to say something else. I was going to say something else there, but I forgot. It must have been a lie.
Well, Jimmy, I really like you here. I think you're a good person for the show. You're different. You have a strong opinion. I know you think it's just middle-aged men, but it's actually all types of people. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Ask Jimmy about 1997, what we did in the bushes behind the Sainsbury's. Ask him.
No.
I'll ask him. Did you hear that, Jimmy? That was Timmy again.
That's a load of lies. I didn't do anybody behind the bushes in Salisbury's.
All right, so it sounds like you're innocent. That was your brother Timmy. Okay, so do you want to be a part of this community, Jimmy? Do you feel like you can make
I would
friends?
like to. Yeah, I think it's funny, but listen to it. In this community, you're not allowed to. Are you allowed to swear very much? Are you allowed to swear during a sentence? Like, can I say the C word or
Yeah, sure. You could say whatever you want.
Oh, great. And say cunt.
Yeah, I get called that all the time.
What about hairy horse?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, you could say whatever you want, Jimmy. So
Right,
you
okay. And say things within reason, you mean?
Yeah. Jimmy, you have your own show?
I don't know. I do, yes.
The Jimmy Rizzo Show? And what do you do on that show?
Well, I'm actually live now with you.
Oh, you're
but I'm only live with you because I was doing my show. But before that, I wasn't doing a show. I was trying to talk to you in the YouTube channel where you were not. And I got to tell you what over this channel. So it took us a while to do that. And anyway, so I started my show. Then when I was in my show, I kept going back to your show. I found out how to get back on your stream. And I thought, well, I won't end my show. I'll keep it good with you in it.
Oh, okay, so you're like simulcasting Kermit and Friends?
Well, sort of, make sure this way. Not make sure because this shirt is my shirt, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I actually like when people do that. So if anybody wants to do that, if you want to simulcast Kermit and Friends on your channel, I'm actually fine with that. And anybody that wants to do a wrap-up show, what I want people to take away from the show today is this, right? So I want people to understand that Kermit and Friends is not what you think. Bob was right when he said it's a place that's for everyone to get along. Like, for instance, Thing One here. Thing One understands that Kermit and Friends is a place to get along. It's a place for people to make friends from all over the world. As you see, we have Jimmy Rizzo here.
Exactly.
Look, I mean, Jimmy Rizzo, is not from this country, obviously, right? Jimmy, where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from, I would say about 156 miles south of Scotland. So I'm pretty near Scotland.
Okay, so he's near Scotland. So look at this.
Yeah.
We have thing one here on with somebody from Scotland, and I'm in Beverly Hills. How awesome is that? That we can make friends from all over the world, and we all have the same purpose, which is just making friends and putting good energy into the world. That's all it is. That's all it is. So
exactly.
Thing one has been kind enough to offer his services as a wrap-up show co-host to Bob. Is that right, Thing one?
No. I can't do that. I feel bad. I mean, I'm one of the people that was torpedoing, but I thought I was doing the right thing. And it was under Bob's direction that I was told I was doing the right thing, that you needed or you wanted negative attention. And then I did it, and I can't live with myself.
Wait, Bob, T-Bob, Trumpster Bob said I wanted some kind of negative attention?
Yeah. He said it was part of show business. I'm just learning how to work my mic and my computer. I'm a newbie at all of this. But it's been a while ago. He's went through a lot of changes since this. And then now I'm confused because he told me to make negative attention, be on his show. That's what you wanted. And then he turns around and he's being just the opposite. Look at the look on your face, Bob. I mean, I can't sleep at night, brother.
Bob.
Rob.
I went to church today.
You understand what
Well, explain it to me again then. Explain me again. Tell me again, because I feel bad. I really do.
I was talking about how it appeared to me. I mean, she's in a relationship with Andy. And guys just don't talk to women like he does. Like, I'm not going to go say any of those things to a woman.
Right.
I always try to be positive. Like, what'd you do to yourself? You look really good today. We don't have to get every day.
Shows are we going to do, EJ?
I'm not going to blame Bob. I'm not really going to blame Bob just like that. I mean, that's how it might have got started. And then I got hooked up with these other two cats that were telling me I'm doing the right thing. Corey. I don't know. I'm just going to stay out of this crap, and I'm not going to help Bob with his wrap-up, I guess. Because I don't know.
Corey, that's bad news. Just stay away from Corey.
I don't know right from wrong here. A happy Easter, Elisa.
Happy Easter, Thing one. Yeah,
I did the picture. I mean, I did the picture today, and I made your nose a little crooked, and I thought I was doing the right thing, but I don't think I am. I think I've been severely led in the wrong direction by bad influences.
Bob.
I was only pointing out that it seemed to me that you're attracted to guys who.
That's not going to work for you, Bob. That's not going to work for you. You know you led me that direction, and then you turned around, and you're Mr. Nice Guy today, and you're leaving me out here to be your bad guy for your show. I feel used. I feel real hard and put away wet.
All of that.
That's how I feel.
I feel bad for you.
Nothing to do with interpretation. I wanted to help you so bad. I wanted to help you with this show. And come out with a great product. I wanted to help you create a great product that Elisa, would put you on every week and just guarantee your spot and more time for you, rather than your two little questions.
You want to come?
But I'm wrong.
Show the crooked nose. I'm sure everybody.
I did that. No,
see,
that's the thing. This is where I'm getting at. You're leading me these directions. I'm doing it, and then here I am holding the bag. Well, you do this after show, praising her, and nobody knows why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just torpedoing her. It's not funny. It really isn't. I went to church. I feel bad. I
don't know why you're torpedoing her though. That I don't understand.
Well, okay. Well, I said my piece. I'm sorry, Elisa.
That's okay.
Oh, no. I thought that was very my bad.
That's okay. Just, Bob, we don't really want any more negative attention, right? We want to spread positivity here.
No.
And if thing one wants to be involved, then we want him involved in a positive way.
Yeah,
And
he's a great co-host kind of guy.
yeah, he's good. He's good. All right. So none of those things that you said were real. Thing one.
Oh no! I thought it was show business, and that there is no such thing. Somebody else, not Bob, but somebody else told me there's no such thing as bad attention. That negative attention is a bill or promotion or whatever. So hey, that's why I did what I did. I made your nose crooked, and I'm very sorry because it hurt me to do that. You didn't even look at your picture today.
I want to see the picture.
It's on Discord.
I saw it. Okay, so if anybody
Can you make
wants
it longer?
to see,
It's not funny. It really...
Like a clown nose?
Bob, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you telling this nice thing one guy to do all these mean things about me? Why are you saying that to him? You're Kermitarian of the week, Bob.
Well, he can do that to my nose if he wants to. I think those things are funny.
Okay. All right. So what's coming up on your
But I
wrap-up
didn't
show?
tell him to go make a crooked nose. Huh?
What's coming up on your wrap-up show? What are you guys going to discuss? Are you going to discuss the new people like Andrew? And this guy's new. This is a local guy, Jay Nihilus. Jay Nihilus, is your internet good this week, sweetheart?
It was doing well, and then a bunch of people called me in the middle of your stream, and then there's a lot of people trying to get in, but it looks like it's back on, so I think we're doing okay.
Great. So I'd love to have you involved. So basically, I'll just explain this to you since you're a new person. Okay, so if you're a new person, like this guy Jay or thing one, so what we're trying to do here is pretty simple. Like I look at it simply. So, all right, in the spirit of Easter, in the spirit of Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
A place where everyone is safe. So I don't care what you've done in the past. I don't care what people accuse you of doing or mistakes that you've made, right? If you have love in your heart and you want to share with the world, I'll allow you to come on the show and share who you are, because everybody deserves to have a platform and everybody deserves love. And it shouldn't matter, what you look like, what you've done, what you do for a living, how much money you have, or, whether you're popular or not. I think we've all experienced being popular sometimes and unpopular other times. We've all experienced hardship. And because of that, I want this to be a place where it's open for everyone. Okay. So this guy, Bob, told thing one, even though Bob's Crematarian of the week, even though he still understands the spirit of it. He really understands that right now we're here for other people. We're here to connect with people. It's a community here. There are several wrap-up shows. We had a guy named Corey who hosted the wrap-up show, but he's out now because he was just too mean and angry for the community. And it's weird because I want to be like Jesus. I feel like Jesus would accept people that are mean and angry too. That's the thing. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I had mentioned in the typing chat a bit earlier, yeah, Jesus is very accepting, but there was at one time he flipped all them tables. So sometimes you got to draw. I mean, everyone's got a line, Yeah. Like I was very anti-religion for a very long time. I've sort of coined a term for my own religion right now. I call it Gunyal Buddhism, which is, I think, yeah, everyone should be treated fairly and with respect and kindness after like 5 billion people die. And hopefully in horrific and deplorable ways in public for our entertainment. Like the Guignol plays from France. They start off as kid shows and they grow into adult shows. It's like where horror movies come from. It's that kind of thing. So there's always a spot where you have to say, or even to make it more base, Roadhouse, the Patrick Swayze movie. Mm-hmm. Be nice. Be nice until it is time to not be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've been confused before because there's been people that upset me so much. So I'm just like, you're out of my life. I don't want you in my life anymore. But then I think, okay, Jesus would not do that. I don't think. Jesus would try to help people. But it's like, how do you help people that are mean?
Everybody can be reached, I think, in a way. Sometimes when people are mean, that's their means of connection. So you just have to be mean in kind, but in like a connecting way. Like my mom is a typical Chicago mom where she can't say something nice about me, but she'll brag about me through insults, where she'll point out a flyer or something and show all her coworkers, look what my son does. He does throw up jokes and, and vomit movies. So she's bragging, but it sounds like she's complaining. And it's very similar where if someone's mean, maybe you have to combat their meanness with an equal mean demeanor while getting your point across.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to go through that with your mom. Are you
Oh,
a comedian?
no, that's how she is.
Are you a comedian, or what is your what are your throw up jokes?
I tell a lot of throw up jokes. I'm like a 13-year-old man child. I love gross things like chocolate covered bugs and whatever. My theory on chocolate covered bugs is my same as my theory on transsexuals. I'm not going to ask any questions. Don't tell me about it. If it smells good, I'm probably going to eat it. You get it?
Well,
Right.
I understand why I met you through Andy Dick's Twitter now. I kind of understand that. That sounds like something he would enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm a philosopher of sorts.
Okay, so T-Bob has 2 questions for me. Let's get those questions. T-Bob, what are your questions for me, sweetheart?
Oh, I'm supposed to have questions for you this week?
Yeah, you have 2 questions. What are your 2 questions?
So I get to ask you 2 questions. The number one thing I hear about you so much is that, well, you know, you're super good-looking woman, no doubt about that. But along with that, everybody's always speculating about everything. So my only question is, did you really have a boob job or not? Because I'm hearing a lot of people saying you did. They go get your old pictures, bring in your new pictures.
That's your question, Bob. That's not a good question. Okay, so let's keep going here. John Bolton is going to be hosting the wrap-up show next week with Lori Bolton. Is that right, John?
That's what the plan is. And I may, if things work out right, you might get to see the alter ego on the show.
Okay, so John is going to be dressing, is it transgender?
It's female impersonation.
Okay.
It's
all right.
You know, I'm not trying to be a woman in real life. I'm a man. But I come up with a little bit where I created a new character, and I'm kind of going all out. You saw the little clips from you saw my show on.
Yeah, you look beautiful. You took it very far. I was surprised at how far you took it. So you are getting a whole new wardrobe.
Different, yes, a few different outfits, fake chest. You know, Lori's helping me with my makeup.
Okay, Lori, so you're going to help John. I mean, he has an Amazon wish list full of women's clothing on it. I was surprised about that. So, okay.
I think he's having a midlife crisis.
You think that's what it is?
Right.
Yeah, because we're like going to the store and he has to walk through the women's section like 8 times. We spent like an hour in the makeup section. 2 hours in the women's clothes.
I've always been
I helped him pick out some sexy like pajamas.
I've been fascinated with female impersonation. Okay, so that's what I'm going for, is a female impersonator. I'm not going to live the lifestyle. What you see right now is what I am all the time, except for on camera. And it's going to be an occasional thing. It's not going to be like every single day, all the time. It's going to be days when I have time to actually prepare, because I never realized just how much work it is to kind of look that way until I decided, okay, you know, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to throw all, throw it all to the wind and just say, you know what, let's just do it, see what it looks like, come up with something that looks really good. It's going to be semi-sexual, slutty type looking. You know, it's all in the basic look. I mean, look at how many famous people made a fortune dressing in drag. Even Patrick Swayze, if you ever seen the movie Tu Wong Fu, Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes and I can't think of the other actor that did that. They travel across the country fully dressed in drag all the time. Well, I'm not going to do that. It's just for the camera, just for my little space in my, you know, it's going to be on the Man Cave Live. It's going to be Man Cave Live presents Joni's Drag Night. You know, Joni's Drag Show. That's good.
I love the sound of that. I love the sound of that. It's awesome. John, I look forward to seeing that so much. Sharman, what do you think of all these different wrap-up shows? Are you going to be part of them?
I have tried to get into them as much as I can, at least watch them from YouTube so I can keep up with all the whatevers, right? Otherwise, I would have never learned that amazing book that Eric put out for you on how to date you is actually just full of conspiracy theories. We were all surprised to discover that there was words inside the book, and it's
couldn't
not
believe
like
it. On every page.
It's not like he actually thought something through. He just copied conspiracy theories and pasted it into a document. And had I not watched the wrap-up show, I'd have never known.
It's a good show.
It is. It's really interesting to see all the different personalities that you brought together. I mean, T-Bob scored with that one, right? You've done an excellent job with that. And the idea that you're breaching religion, you're going to get T-Bob to read the Quran, and we're going to have a dynamic conversation about religion. If we can get accurate information out, that'd be great, right? If we can dispel some commonly believed myths, like Mary Magdalene was not a whore. She was Jesus's wife. And you might be okay calling Jesus's wife a whore, but I don't recommend it. Personally,
was the apostles got jealous because he loved his wife more than his friends. And many of us have found us in that situation.
Yes, we have.
Guys who are extremely powerful, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Chris Cornell, whoever, whether it's John Lennon, whether it's Kurt Cobain. All of a sudden, the guys around them who are dependent on them and look up to them, and he is their entire world, get very jealous of the women that they love, especially because they admire these women. And then they decide, well, we're going to slut shame and we're going to degrade the women. And that's why Yoko Ono, Courtney Love, and Mary Magdalene get dragged.
They sure do. And it's just not even... It's part of the problem with being a woman, right? It's one of the way that the sexual predators for centuries have managed to slut shame women and insult us. It's the way they've managed to groom societies into doing some of their dirty work for them, right? Jesus was a troublemaker. He had a mouth on him. He got into a lot of trouble calling people out for their inappropriate behavior. The Jews have been blamed for killing Jesus, but it wasn't the Jews who did it. It was the Romans. They were the politicians. They were the police. They were the powerful of the time, and they tortured him, and they crucified him in such a horrible way, and they did it very visually.
He didn't have to. He could have said at any point, you know what, you guys are right. I'm not king of the Jews. I'm going to stop all this. I'm done. He didn't have to get crucified. It wasn't done against his will. That to me is the interesting part. Judas wasn't the betrayer of Jesus. Jesus did what he was told to do. He played his part.
So why do you think he did that, though? Why didn't you think he just said, would just admit that and not be crucified?
Everybody comes here with a mission. Everybody comes here with a bigger purpose. And there's a lot of things that we don't necessarily always understand until many years long after. I personally have a very strong feeling about the way they have left Jesus up on the cross all these years, tortured and abused. He had a mouth on him. And I believe they did it as a warning and a message to anybody else who tries to run their mouth the way he did of what they will do to him. I have wanted for a long time to take Jesus off the cross and put some clothes on him.
There's that famous statue, the happy Jesus with the arms out. And, a lot of people prefer that imagery. In our culture, we like the darkness. We like we're white people, European white people. I don't know what y'all background is. That's mostly my background. We're very gothic. Our churches are gothic. We like the darkness.
Well, there's been a lot of changes that have happened, right? Like after King James died, right? Nobody ever wants to talk about after King James died. But when Bloody Mary came into reign, the first thing that she did was want to turn England from Protestant into Catholic. And the editor of the Bible, who put the Bible together, when he refused to switch to Catholicism, he was burned alive for his beliefs. His child and his grandson were on the Mayflower. This is a long story that we don't have all the bits and pieces to, and we get whitewashed or manipulated versions of a story that is designed to control us and keep us fighting with each other, rather than coming together under the spirit of Jesus, which was to love each other, to care for each other, to take care of the weak, to protect people. He didn't have a problem flipping over tables and whipping people. When we think about what would Jesus do, I like to remember that within the realm of possibilities is to issue an ass beating when it is needed.
Weakness can be evil.
We can. Yep.
No, weakness. Being weak can be evil. Sorry, I took the headphones off.
It can be. Weakness is done for, we're all given fears and things that we want to avoid for a lot of different reasons. It's a test. Our father, whoever you want to believe in, whether it's a mother or a father or whatever your spiritual beliefs is, the universe, we're being tested a lot of times on what our beliefs are and if we're going to stand up for them, even in the face of adversity. It's part of what is it they say? Your trials will be your testimony. I like to say that God will put you through hell just to give you a story to tell. There's a lot of lessons that we're learning, and we're all learning something really special right now. We're in the middle of history with everything that's taking place, and we have an opportunity to talk about different religions, bring them together, find a way to find common ground with each other and make more friends and get along and try to heal this horrible rift that exists everywhere all over the world.
Amen.
Yeah. I think what a great show for Easter.
Today's a great day. It really is. Today marks celebration of the resurrection.
So you're celebrating today. Do you agree with what Charmin is saying and what Sugar's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in their corner. Oh, you're Mr. Positive now.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask something before I go away.
Sure.
I really need Saki back. That's what flipped me when you said Saki was gone.
Saki quit, but you can't just rely on one person thing. You can't rely on one person. So I've been doing this show now since November, and you cannot rely on anyone. So, there's people that are going to be there for you, like Sugar and Charmin and all the nice people. But then there's people that, do not believe in something as much as you do. So if somebody doesn't believe in something as much as you, that's okay. It's okay. You got to just be willing to let some people go. Thing.
Okay.
Don't worry too much about Saki. Don't worry about, I think of these people as gifts, right? So Sugar is a gift from God. Charmin and all the kind people that are here, I really look at it as in a different way than I used to, right? So when someone left my life before, I was like torn apart thing. I was torn apart. I've had, men leave me, and I was so depressed, and I just felt like I couldn't live and I wouldn't meet anyone else like them. But if I look back at my life, there's always been someone wonderful coming into my life at, different points.
Oh yeah. All of that has made you who you are today.
Yes.
Stronger, better, and wiser. I thought all three of y'all up there kind of looked like Charlie's Angels. I wanted to come in and do the Charlie voice and say, hello, angels.
See, you're so appreciative. I like this version of you. I hope you remain like this. That guy is so nice. Here's a new person. He's wearing a mask. I don't even know his name. Hello.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Hi, welcome to Kermit and Friends. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I go by my username, Nyarlathotep.
Nyarlathotep. Am I pronouncing that right? Okay, nice to meet you. So you are a friend of the Jimmy Rizzo show, who's a new person here as well. How do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
Oh, okay. How did you get here?
Just usually just what I do is I go around YouTube and I just look at things, basically.
Huh. So you found
Cruising.
me somehow. Wow. So you're just
Mhm.
cruising around. What's your interpretation of Kermit and Friends so far? It's a special Easter show today.
Oh, well, it seems pretty good. I mean, I do like the positivity thing. I think that's really good.
Yeah. Are you pretty much a positive person?
Not really.
Are you sad?
No,
You're negative?
not really. I mean, I kind of see the universe for what it is, and it's not exactly a feeling place, but when well, here's the thing. The universe has been around for, billions of years, after the Big Bang and whatnot. Whether you choose to subscribe to whether or not a God created it or it happened by chance, you have to step back and realize that it was just matter. And you have to think about, in either case, I mean, of course, if you do believe in God, that would have to imply that there was some kind of love behind all of that. But I don't feel that. It feels kind of impersonal to me.
You don't feel love? Wait, hold on one second. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you? Never mind. Wait, so you don't feel any kind of love in your life that seems like it's from somewhere else? You don't feel that?
Oh no, I do feel love in my life. I just don't feel love from any god or deity.
Okay. So you do, so you feel love in your life. You don't think it comes from God. That's fine. I'm fine with that. So do you feel lucky?
I feel fortunate.
Okay.
If that's what you mean.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes I think about my life and some miracles that have happened to me. And I think it has to come from somewhere. It's not just like I'm so lucky. I don't think that's it. I think it has to. So it's some things are just, you just can't explain it. And so I think that's why I connected with Christianity so much, is because it explained it more to me, things I couldn't understand. And it filled in the gaps of things I just didn't know. I didn't know. And then when I started reading the Bible, I felt so happy. It brought me a lot of happiness. And when I talk to people about the Bible and I talk to people about Christianity, I feel so good. And I can't imagine that that's like for no reason.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from on that. But when I read the Bible, literally just Genesis kind of threw me through a loop, and not what certain people would think. But here's the thing. God created, the universe, the earth, and everything, not in literal 6 days. I don't think that's what the reasoning is. It's just literal 6 days. But it's the idea that he put a tree in the middle of a garden and told Adam and Eve, this is your law, don't eat from it. And if you eat from it, you're going to know good and evil and whatnot, and you're going to die. The thing is, they didn't really have anything to really base that on. All they had was his word, and that was it. And another thing, too, was if his creation was so perfect, why would they make a mistake? And if they could make a mistake, why would he set temptation in front of them in the form of a tree, which was basically their only law? So that's what I didn't understand.
Well, in your life, so in my life, I saw some things that are similar to that. So whenever I do something that I know I shouldn't do, or whenever I sin or just do something against, the Bible or anything like that, I see that right away. I get punished for it right away.
Yeah.
So maybe we're supposed to learn from that story. Maybe we are supposed to be good, because I swear every time I go against anything like that, I could feel the wrath of it. I can. And maybe we're supposed to keep that in mind in everything we do. Maybe we're supposed to do the right thing. And sometimes it's so hard to know what the right thing is.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm not certain about any of this.
I just don't understand why he put a tree in the garden. That particular tree.
Well, let's ask this guy. Vanguard. Vanguard, do you know?
Do I know what? Good evening.
Good evening. You're a new person, right? Have I met you before?
No, you haven't. Good evening, indeed.
Good evening. Okay, so are you friends with Jimmy Rizzo?
I do know him. Friends, that's a different thing. So I don't know about that, but I know him.
Okay, great. Okay, so you know him, and I guess he brought you here, so I appreciate that. And what are your thoughts on the conversation? Are you a religious person?
There is a greater thing in the universe, but it isn't it isn't a white man on a cloud when all the Abrahamic religions counter each other. So I believe in something, but not the current form of text that has been thrown down each other's throat in all the Abrahamics.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening there, Kermit. I've got 3 things to bring up there. That's when you're ready. And by the way, Kevin was just pretending there. He's a friend of mine. He comes to the show all the time. I thought I'd bring him over because he's a good fat guy. He drinks too much. He's a little bit of an alcoholic, and things like that. He's trying to get a woman. He sort of fancies you. And he said, Jimmy, can you get me on her show? Because I think she's the most gorgeous woman in the world. There you go, Kevin. Microphone back to you. Cuckoo.
Wow.
No, very good story there, Jimmy. Jim War 5 tellies. So, yeah, but very nice to meet you, Kermit. And on the day of resurrection, even Jesus was telling people Jesus was a Jew. And the current text and the format of religion around that time, you had the Romans, you had the Jews. Jesus got sent, he was given the message, and that's what became Christianity. But that time, from Friday to Sunday, when he died and got resurrected, it was a game between tennis between people saying it's Pontius Pilate's fault, people are saying it's Barabbas' fault, it's lots of people's fault. But the point being, Jesus was Jewish, saying something different from the current format of text that was acceptable at the time. The Romans didn't know what to do with him as long as it didn't fuck with his empire, their empire. So the rabbis battered him to the Romans. The Romans went, whoa, what do we do here? They battered them back to the rabbis. The rabbi said, oof. So then Pontius Pilate had to give the old death deal. But look, many things were said, many things were done. And I'll just clarify it with one thing. Jesus was talking totally different to the current format it was preached at the time, and that's what they couldn't handle.
Okay. So, Jimmy, what are your questions for me, sweetheart?
Yeah, well, my questions about Jesus and things like this now. I'm an atheist, right? Let's get this straight.
Oh, you're an atheist?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
But
fine.
I think, you know how you've got the evangelists today in America, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, Jesus was a very common name back in Jerusalem, back in the day. It was very common for somebody to be called Jesus. Now, Jesus, I believe, right, was the evangelist of his day. He couldn't do any magic, anything like this, or make many fish out of stuff and things like this,
Mm-hmm.
He was just a guy who told a good story. But here's the thing, what I can't get my head around, right? Why for centuries, if he was just a guy who told a good story, the evangelist of his day, why is he still known to this day? That's what I find, and I find that hard to imagine. Now, my beliefs is, like, we've all got energy, right, inside our body. So when it dissipates, it's got to go somewhere. And my belief would be, and it would be a great thing, I mean, we're all made of stardust. Now, wouldn't it be a great thought to think that we return back from where we came from in the stars? And that's my belief. I think that's a great thought I have, And another thing as well I want to get across, that's 2. No, that's just 1. The sock question, right?
Yeah.
Would we like him back on the show and stuff like this?
Yeah, that, and
Well,
the
listen,
dog
right?
too. The dog just threatened to call his
Yeah.
lawyer on me.
Let's put this scenario, right? Now, say like you were going out with somebody now, Kermit. What you are, right? And you
Yeah, I'm
left
going
him
out with Andy.
tomorrow. Yeah. And you left him, say, tomorrow, for instance. Now, maybe in 2 months' time, you could meet the man of your dreams. You might have children with him. You'll never want to leave this guy, and you're going to be with him for the next 20 years. Now, just think, if you hadn't have left Mr. Dick, you'd have never have met this other guy who's the guy of your dreams and you want to be with for the rest of your life. Now, the same process can be added on to Mr. Sock. Mr. Sock left, somebody else will come along, and you'll think, when Mr. Sock left, maybe we would never have met this person who was going to come along and replace him and would never have known him if not Mr. Sock had left. If you get me drift.
Yeah, well, I always think you can't make a mistake like that because the people that are supposed to be in your life will be there. I don't think like if I need to get rid of Andy to get a new person. I don't think like that.
No, I didn't say that. I said you could leave him on your own accord, right?
If I wanted to. I don't really want to though.
But maybe months down the line, you could meet someone and you could be with that person for the next 20 years. So therefore, if you hadn't have left Mr. Dick in the first place, you would never have met that person looking back on life. You know what I mean?
That is a good point. Wait, this guy, the publicist, is holding a guitar. Are you singing for us, Eric Riggs, publicist?
Kermit and friends, better than driving a Benz. Not a viper's dens. Beware of the hens. What a fun place to be as you do the lotus and chi. Please pray for me. Does Jesus love me? That's what me and Eric are working on now.
You're working with Eric? That's so good. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so here's something, speaking of working on, I have something that Sugar worked on that I just love. It's part of a call between me and Andy, and I love Sugar's art and her work. So please enjoy this. It's just beautiful. Here it is.
But please help me get out of this fucking rabbit hole I put myself in. Please, babe, please. I want my phone back with my daughter's picture on. Please, please. I can't ask you anymore. Can you please help me? Please, please. I promise you I'll pay you back. Promise you. Maybe I'll pay you back $1,000 if you give him $650. Everybody's getting money except me. I'm the only one having to pay money. Please, baby.
Feel no joy. Feel no pain. Feel no gain. No more dead to come. Left to say. Nothing left to
I don't trust them. I don't want to just give them money when they're just not going to give me my phone back. They're going to keep extorting me. People are extorting me left and right. You know that, right? They're extorting me. Everyone is. extorting. They will kill him. They will kill him. So, I don't know. Do you talk to him?
No.
Okay. Can you make it where he doesn't get that job?
But he already got the job, and I'm not in contact with him anymore about it. I just referred him to the company.
Baby, you gotta cancel that. You got to.
You really don't want him to get a job? All right, now we have thing one. Thing one, do you have somebody to introduce us to?
Yeah. First, I'm sorry.
What?
What's
going on?
I pushed the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, where did it go? See, now I'm not ready. Ask Bob what he wants to see.
Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on with him and Bob? That's Bob's producer. And I don't even know what's going on with that guy. Okay, Bob, that's your producer. You guys really have to work it out beforehand. Do you guys have any communication?
Yeah, I just called him and said, "Hey, come back on the show. I think it'd be really cool if you showed everybody your Elmo doll that you made." Or stuff.
Oh, that's what he was
and it
trying
was
to
actually
show us?
inspired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
and it was
okay,
inspired.
okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, Bob.
There's.
He made a really cool one. Now he got me wanting to make one this week.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, Bob wants to make one this week.
Yeah, this is so good.
No, that's not good. What is that? Oh my gosh, you guys really got to get it together if you're going to be his producer. And then I got this guy. I got so many people here wanting to come on. The thing is, I have to really know what's going on beforehand.
Okay, it's just Elmo in his room.
Okay,
No people. No people.
Okay, all right. Who's this? Okay, this is
Let's
another
see.
guy.
You want to listen to me? Because
All right, I don't know who that is. Okay, there's a lot going on that I'm not familiar with here, but I think the moral of today's show, Bob, is let's have the spirit of Easter. Let's keep going. We don't give up here. Even if somebody quits their wrap-up show, even if somebody doesn't want to be in the spirit of Kermit, even if someone doesn't believe in God and they're an atheist, it doesn't matter. We're kind to each person here. Right, Bob?
That's right. I really enjoyed your show today. It was really just kept me going all the way through.
And what did you like about it, Bob? Explain to the people why they should like this show. Explain to them.
Well, I mean, when I watch your show, you got so many different characters on here from all over the world. You know, you're not afraid to bring anybody on here. It could be like some of your fans, you hear them talk and they'll say something, you know, like Mary Magdalene was Jesus's whore or something. And well, that's his point of view. Okay.
That's his
and then
point of view.
The next time
right.
you got Charmin talking. Right. And the next time you got Charmin talking, and she has a really good outlook. And I liked everything she said. I don't agree with what Barry was saying, but I do agree with everything she said. But you see, that's it. You bring in one person right after the next into any topic, into any subject, and we get calmly and peacefully just talk about it with a lot of these people. And I just think that's really cool. There's not another show on the planet like your show that exists like this. That's certainly not to this degree.
All right. So you get it, Bob. All right. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're bringing people in from all over the world with different opinions. They don't have to feel the same way as us. And that's what I was trying to explain to people about the whole Onision thing. Okay, am I like Onision? Do we have anything in common? The only thing we have in common is we're both on YouTube, right? But I don't care because I don't need to have something in common with this guy to give him love and give him respect. Because you can respect people no matter what they're accused of. You can give love to people no matter who thinks what about them. He was very kind to me, okay? And usually the people that talk down about somebody like that, those people are not kind to me. Okay. So if you're kind and if you're repenting, we forgive you here. Okay. We forgive you here. We do that. We work on it. We're not perfect at all. Okay. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I don't think Trumpster Bob, I mean, he's near perfect. He is, but he's not perfect. Okay. Nobody here is. So we don't talk down to people or we don't say, oh, you should have really got that guy in the interview. You should have made him feel like shit. You should have made him feel horrible about himself. You should have told him he was guilty. You know what? I don't know if he's guilty. No one really knows unless you were the person, okay? So let's just give people a chance, okay? Let's give everyone a chance. Lori's about to do her wrap-up show. Lori, did you take any notes today?
I have quite a few notes. I've got 4 pages back to back.
You do? All right, Lori, thank you. Lori, I just want to say something about Lori, okay? So Lori is an amazing woman, okay? So if you're watching this anywhere on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope is gone, so we lost those people. But if you're watching, okay, and you see Lori here, you got to get to know this girl because she has a lot of grit, okay? And in my last job, they talked a lot about grit. Grit is someone that steps up. They don't give up. They keep going. They work hard. They have respect for themselves. Lori is a very good woman. And if you're watching this, you just really have to understand that somebody like this you can look up to and you can feel good looking up to someone like that. I look up to Lori because look how professional she is. She has a professional microphone. She's professional headphones. Her makeup is on fleek right now. On fleek. She respects herself. And that's one thing I didn't like about the other guy, Corey, is he was late. He didn't take any notes. He didn't even watch the show. How are you supposed to host a wrap-up show without watching the main show? It's like, are you a freaking moron? Are you a moron, Corey?
How are you supposed to talk about something that you don't know what you're talking about? And I mean, Corey does a lot of that. He talks about things he has no idea about. And that's kind of what his wrap-up show was him just talking about Kermit and Friends without knowing anything that happened on Kermit and Friends.
Yeah. So no matter what your job is or whatever you're doing, I noticed something about people. So notice how Lori, her makeup looks awesome right now. Okay. That's not alone. Like, it's not like she's just awesome at makeup. She's also awesome at hosting a wrap-up show. She's awesome. And if I were a betting woman, I'd bet that she's great at her job too, even though I don't work there, right? Because usually when you're putting a lot of effort towards one thing, that means that you put effort towards everything, right? So I doubt like Lori's lazy in something. I really highly doubt it because when you put effort into something and when you show respect for yourself and you try hard at something the way Lori's trying hard at her wrap-up show, so I can really understand what kind of person she is all around. So it's not just one thing. It's not like, oh, Lori's just good at makeup and that's it. There's no way that's true because you can tell by her effort and her respect for herself and her respect for others that she does this in her life. That's just her. Okay. That is just her. That's just who Lori is. She's somebody who cares. So are you going to be someone like Corey who doesn't give a shit about anything and doesn't even watch the show that he does a wrap-up show to? Are you going to respect someone like that? Are you going to respect someone that watches the show, that takes notes about the show? Even if this isn't her favorite show of the whole Kermit and Friends series, even if it's not, she's still going to respect it and she's still going to talk about it in a fair way because that's the kind of person she is. So do you want to be that kind of person? Do you want to care about other people? Do you want to care about yourself and respect yourself? Is your makeup going to be on fleek and your outfit always perfect and working hard at every single job, whether you're paid for it or not? Think about that, people. Think about that. Watch Lori's wrap-up show. She's the Crematarian cooking channel. Watch T-Bob and Sharman Smith. Follow everyone here. Watch all their podcasts that they do and really think about the kind of person that you want to be. Do you want to be a detractor? Somebody that says, oh, I don't like that interview because you didn't get him, or you didn't ask the hard questions, or you let that guy off the hook. You know why I did that? Because that's the kind of person I want to be. I want to be the kind of person that respects people and gives them love no matter what they've done. Because I'm like Jesus. See you next week on Kermit and Friends.
your voice. I wake up every Sunday, I hear Kermit's friends talk, and they're speaking right to me. And all I need, all I need, all I need is Kermit's friends speaking right to me. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. They're a big part of my life. They're my best friends. Think about them all the time. They don't know I can. All I need, all I need, all I need is Kermit's friends speaking right to me. Whoa. Kermit's friends speaking right to me. It's Kermit's friends speaking right to me. It's Kermit's friends speaking right to me.